Yeah, breaking in just the last 10 minutes, we're at Lely High School. This shelter is full. They are not letting anybody else in. There was a line out the door for about 100, 150 yards. We have cars parked in yards here because there's just not enough parking. You might be able to see they're trying to help the gentleman into this car here. He's been waiting out here in the heat, and now he's just exhausted. They are trying to figure out what they're going to do next. We've got people standing here with their belongings in trash bags. We've got suitcases. We've got pillows. It is very warm out here. People are standing out here. There is no shade. And there's just a small group now up near the entrance of the school. And about 10 minutes ago, there was a deputy's car there down near the entrance. And on the loudspeaker, they made the announcement that this shelter is full. They are not letting anyone else in. And these people are kind of left, what are they going to do? It's hard to say at this point because these shelters are filling up very quickly. You remember earlier this afternoon we said that Gulf Coast High School had reached its capacity. You can't go there. Other schools in Collier County, we've got Immokalee High School, Immokalee Middle School, Cypress Palm Middle School. I'm reading this right on the Wink News app on our website where you can find this list. We've also got North Collier Regional Park, Oak Ridge Middle School, Lely High School's on that list, but like we just said, this location they're not taking any more evacuees for shelter. Palmetto Ridge High School and Golden Gate High School, they were actually recommending people here to go to Golden Gate High School, and now we've got kind of a dangerous situation with all this traffic here. People are frantically trying to get out of this parking lot to find out where they are going to spend this weekend as this hurricane continues barreling towards southwest Florida. We understand that hotels close to the water, the hotel that we were supposed to be staying in, they are evacuating it. So now we as a news crew, we're trying to find a safe place where we're going to ride out this storm. So everybody in southwest Florida is going to be affected by this. If you don't have a safe place to go, time is running out to find a safe place to stay. So we're going to try and figure out where we're going to go. We're going to figure out where all these people are going to go, and we'll keep you updated throughout the duration of this event. Live in Collier County, Channing Frampton, Wink News Now. It's breaking in just the last 2 minutes. A truck has finally showed up and picked up this dumpster, and there it goes. A lot of people living in this neighborhood very happy to see this site. If you saw our reporting earlier today, you know that there are several dumpsters out here from homes that are still under construction with a lot of debris, 2x4s with nails in them, porta potties, and all kinds of dangerous stuff that if the wind comes in, it could pick it up and throw it into the neighboring homes. But we did this reporting. The neighbors called leaders. Leaders in the community saw our reporting, and a waste management manager came out here and told us about an hour ago that the truck would be coming, and you just saw it live right here on Wink News. That truck came, it scooped up that dumpster, and it took it away to put it in a safer place so that these houses will be safe during this dangerous storm. It's going to be dangerous enough as it is. So we understand they're going to be out here working to make sure that these projectiles are put in a safe, secure place. And hopefully things will be hunkering down out here and the neighbors will be kept a little safer as Irma moves into southwest Florida. Live in northern Collier County, Channing Frampton, Wink News Now.
Channing, can I ask you a quick question if you can hear us? Are you talking to other people in the hotel? Have you been able to speak with anyone? How is everybody holding up there?
Yeah, there are a few dozen people here in the hotel. They are hunkering down. They are actually in a hallway on the interior part of the building, taking shelter from this storm. I'm going to step in a little bit, take some shelter myself because the wind is just stinging out here. They are taking shelter with the hotel management. They are in a safe place. Everybody, when I was talking to them and just the looks on their faces, you know, they're alert, but they're calm. They're certainly not panicking. I don't think they have any windows where they are, so I don't know if they're seeing these pictures or not. This is my first time going through a hurricane this strong, and let me tell you, it is just a sight to behold. My jaw has literally dropped a few times at the gusts coming through here, but don't let that fool you. Very serious situation. This is all moving north. So if you are north of Naples, if you're in Bonita Springs, if you are in southern Lee County, Fort Myers, Punta Gorda, Charlotte County, this is heading your way. Be ready. This is no joke.
Yeah, very, very powerful picture.
Yeah, we're getting a first look at the damage outside our hotel here in North Naples. These trees, like the one you see behind me, came crashing down when Hurricane Irma came through here. Let me walk across the driveway here. We've got some villas over here, lots of big limbs down and halves of trees down. And then over here, if you were watching last night, we showed you this tree. It was full of big green leaves. It's destroyed now, and it's completely gone. There's vegetation that looks like this everywhere. You can see maybe some palm trees up here that have been knocked over. The fronds are gone. This is just a first look at some of the damage we've got from Irma, and it's going to take quite a while to clean this big mess up as those outer bands from the southern part of the storm continue to rotate through, and as darkness sets in tomorrow, it's going to be very interesting to see what is still left standing here in Southwest Florida. In North Naples, Channing Frampton, Wink News Now. The destruction's pretty amazing off of US 41. We are heading south through Naples right now. I'm outside the Inn of Naples, and this building took a beating during Irma. Take a look at those awnings that were just ripped to shreds on this building. There are people out here moving in and out of the building, so it looks like everybody is okay here. Look over here to my left. See all this sheet metal? It was blown about 50 yards, and I want to walk up here and show you where it was blown from. We're walking through a field here. Here's some more of that sheet metal, these flat panels. Yeah, if you can tell what's left behind, this was a billboard standing along US 41, and when those 100+ mile-per-hour winds ripped through here, it just kind of acted like a sail and took this sheet metal and just threw it like a sail in the wind, like a wing on an airplane. And this is why we said it was going to be so dangerous during the height of the storm, because this kind of debris flying through the air could do some serious damage. It could get you killed if you're out in a storm like this. We also have street signs just flattened and numerous trees down in the median. Crews are already out here working to take care of all this damage. We're going to continue heading south on 41, and we'll bring you updates along the way. But I'm expecting to see a lot more scenes like this as we continue south. In Naples, Channing Frampton, Wink News Now. We are in the mobile home park off of Henderson Creek Drive, where there is damage all over the place. Take a look here. This is a piece of metal wrapped around a light pole like a piece of paper. And then over my shoulder, this trailer, it lost its roof. The damage out here, very emotional for a lot of people.
And watch what happened with Harvey and Ed. You just never expect it to happen here. And it's mind-blowing.
Paul Ashby moved to tears over the destruction left behind by these winds. He says his home is relatively okay in this neighborhood, but for others, like Robert and Lania Lomnicki, they're working to get out.
Well, this is our first rodeo.
By rodeo, he means Hurricane Irma. I asked his wife if the storm lived up to expectations.
It's actually a little worse. I mean, we were prepared for the worst, and we got it.
Their roof partially torn off. Now there are new skylights in their trailer. But they're thankful their neighbors like Rex, who is an Air Force veteran, are here making sure they're all right.
Yeah, it's, I know a lot of these folks, it's hard. So.
Working to get life back on track like good neighbors do.
The people are good. They're good-hearted. You know, they bend over backwards to help one another. And we'll get back on our feet.
And they're working to help each other already, cleaning up all of this debris, getting it off the street so you don't drive over it and get a flat tire. Coming up on Wink News at 6, I'm going to introduce you to some neighbors who are checking these places to make sure that the snowbirds who usually stay here in the winter have places to come to when it gets cold up north. In Collier County, Channing Frampton, Wink News Now. Yeah, what I'm standing in used to be an ice cream and gift shop in Everglades City. No ice cream here today. All you see is this brown muck that they have been trying to sweep out of this restaurant. There was about 5 feet of salt water that rushed in this building during Hurricane Irma. Now they're doing all they can to save the stuff that wasn't in the water. Take a look at this video that we shot around town. There are just things, debris, belongings, possessions, trash because of all this water lining the streets here. Some homes had as much as 5 feet of water in them, and people here are just in shock, not knowing what to do. I talked with one man who's associated with this business about what they're going to do next.
That's really sad. I mean, poor little old city catches hell every time a storm comes through. We work our way through it and go right back to life.
There's no power here. There's no cell service here. There's no ice here for people to keep cool. They are in dire need of supplies and help here in Everglades City. In Everglades City, Channing Frampton, Wink News Now.
So what I can save here, I can put in my house.
An emotional day for Sandra Diempier. She lives in Everglades City and is one of the dozens of people picking up food at this mobile pantry from the Harry Chapin Food Bank. Her house was virtually destroyed by Hurricane Irma's storm surge.
On a limited income, and I did not have insurance on my house.
She's not the only one the surge affected.
Everything's gone. We lost our organ, piano.
Reverend Dr. Bob Wallace is the pastor at Everglades Community Church, where food distribution used to take place for more than 80 families. Like a lot of the buildings in Everglades City, this one still needs a lot of work. The walls are still torn out and the floors are still bare, which is why they had to move out of this room to the side of the road.
I think now we're going to be going back into the church with this distribution maybe around the 1st of February.
Despite the obstacles, everyone here is taking the rebuilding process one day at a time.
What we try to do is tell them that this isn't it. This isn't the end.
And neighbors like Diempier appreciate any help they can get.
This is the first time that I've ever used the food bank before. I've been able to see how much help there is out there.
In Everglades City, Channing Frampton, Wink News Now.